of x is this. We have to find the functions this. So this is under combination of functions. So let's look at it before we get back to this. Combination of function. If f and g be functions with domain a and b, then the function f plus g, f minus g, f times g, and f divided by g are defined as follows. So if you see this, this means f of x plus g of x, and the domain is the intersection of the two domains. So the domain of this result of combining f and g, is the intersection of the two domains. Likewise, the subtraction and the product. Coming to division is the same, but we need to be careful. G of x should not be defined. Where is 0? You know, if this is 0, these two will be undefined. So we need to be careful. The domain is still this, but it should not be defined where the value is 0. So let's go back. So to solve this first, let's get the domain. Want to include the domain of the answer. So domain of f is equals, if you look at this, for this to be defined, whatever that is inside must be greater than or equal to 0. That's positive from 0 up. So meaning that writing it using interval notation from 0 to infinity. Y domain of g, this to be defined if 16 minus x squared is greater than or equal to 0. So this is 4, you know, it's 4 squared minus x squared is greater than or equal to 0. 4 minus x, 4 plus x is greater than 0. So let's check whether, okay, the domain. Let's test numbers less than 4. So if I put minus 5 here, I'll get a positive answer. If I put minus 5, I get a negative. So positive times negative, we get negative. But what they ask us is positive. So the interval will be minus 4, 4. That's between minus 4, 4. Remember, including 0. So if you put any number between minus 4 and 5, I've tested minus numbers greater than minus 4, it's great. So automatically numbers greater than 4 will still be negative. So the interval, the domain is this. So that's the domain of g. Therefore, let's get the domain of f intersection domain of g. So which is 0 from 0 to infinity, that's s greater than 0 intersection this. So what do you think? Point of intersection, this is from 0 up. What is common in this? 0 is there and 4. So that's our domain. So the domain of intersecting this from 0 up and from between minus 4 and 4 is 0, 4. That's the domain. So let's go to the question now. We've gotten the domains. So f plus g now is now root x plus root 16 minus x squared. So that's the combined function which has domain 0, 4. The second one, f minus g, is root x minus square root of this. The domain is still the same thing. If you check what I said before, they will have the same domain. It's only the division that we need to be careful. We won't include where the denominator is 0. So the next one, the c part, is now root fg is root x times root 16 minus x squared, which could be, you can bring it together, which is x times 16 minus x squared. so which is 16x minus x cubed. So the domain is still 0, that's is between 0 and 4. The last one, f divided by g, is root x divided by root 16 minus x squared, which could be, we can bring it together, 16 minus x squared. So the domain, we need to be careful. We will not include where the denominator is 0. So 4 is not included. So 0, 4 is not included. So that is our answer. So always try to include the domain.